There we go. Now you can hear me. Now let me start that introduction off again. Hello and welcome. I am Craig, and welcome to the RNGIDP channel. With apologies to Al Red Sox fan, who I know is streaming at the moment. There's only so many hours in the day that I can do this, and now is the time for me to get rolling, and I will do so. So I'm happy to get going here tonight. Happy to be with you. I took Ash Wednesday off in reverence to the day it was. And we're back at it tonight to finish up the KL in game day 15 of our 2015 randomized roster set. And looking forward to bringing it to you here. Jerry Ball checking in. Hello, Jerry. Happy to have you here tonight. Hope you're doing well. And just looking forward to taking our minds off of some of the craziness in the world. And, you know, before we do, you know, I have to mention Florida and just say that I'm praying for them, and what a terrible tragedy that is. And, you know, let's have some fun tonight, play a little baseball while keeping those victims and the families in our thoughts. So here we are tonight. The Philadelphia Feebas travel to the New York Metagross to close out game day 15 in the KL. This one is a bottom of the standings duel, but should be fun nonetheless. Philadelphia comes into this game having lost 2 in a row. Their last game, they dropped a interstate clash with Pittsburgh 7-3. Meanwhile, New York comes into this one and dropping a close one to St. Louis 7-6. Philadelphia's lost 2 in a row. New York, they were on the losing side for the first time in a row there. So both teams looking to bounce back here. Philadelphia is 4-9 and sit in 13th place in the KL, only above Colorado and Cincinnati standings, while New York is only a game better than them, but they sit 3 places higher in the standings. New York is at 5-8. Below them is San Francisco, Miami, and then Philadelphia. So a lot can change here with a victory for for Philadelphia, and we'll see if they can do that tonight. On the mound for New York will be Willie Peralta. Willie Peralta, he's had various success. He's 1-1 in 9 2/3 innings. He's given up 15 hits, which is a lot. Given up 8 runs as well. He has 8 strikeouts and hasn't walked a batter yet. I believe that's about a 7.5 ERA for him. So Willie Peralta looking to get back into the win column, and he will do it against this Philadelphia lineup. Jerry's already picking sides. He's saying, go Philly. Well, this is the lineup that you'll be rooting for Philadelphia. I like their lineup. It just hasn't produced very well so far. I guess they have. They scored 50 runs, but the pitching has let them down, giving up 60 runs on the season. So leading off, it'll be the center fielder, Charlie Blackmon. He is starting to come along. He started off the season really slowly, but now he's up to a 275 average. He's got 3 doubles, a triple. No home run yet for Charlie. And he's got 4 RBIs with 9 stolen bases. 9 stolen bases is tied for second in the KL. Ryan Goings hits behind him in the 2-hole. Goings is a shortstop, left-hander. He's hitting .288. A pair of homers for him, 6 RBIs. Ryan Braun sits in the 3 spot. He's the right fielder. Ryan Braun is hitting .173 in this series. Not so good. He does have a pair of homers, though. Jose Abreu is the full-time first baseman now. He had been sharing time with Pedro Alvarez, but now it's Jose Abreu's job. He's hitting 15 of 34. Hard to take him out of the lineup these days. He's got 4 homers, which is a 1 behind the leader on the team, and 12 RBIs, which is the team lead. Pedro Sandoval Pablo Sandoval, the Kung Fu Panda, is the third baseman. Switch hitter is hitting fifth. And Panda is hitting 176 with 3 doubles and no homers yet. He only has 1 RBI as well. Jed Gorko has been hot recently and has moved up into the batting order at the 6th spot because of it. He's playing second base. He's hitting 372 with 5 homers and 8 RBI. And the catcher today will be Deoner Navarro, the switch hitting catcher. He's in the 7th spot, giving JT Realmuto a day off, who started every single game up until today. Trace Thompson is the left fielder. It's kind of been a platoon spot, but Trace Thompson is 3 for 12 in his turns. He has a double, and that's about it. And the pitcher will be David Buchanan. He is a weak-hitting right-handed batter. And I think we are prepared and ready for takeoff here. Willie Peralta will face the leadoff man, Charlie Blackmon, to close out game day 15 in the KL. Chicago, the Cubchew, had the day off in the game day 15. They've already played their 14th game of the season, and now they get the day off. Chicago is 8-6 and sitting 5th place, so they're doing pretty well, and watching the rest of the teams finish up their 14th game of the season. Charlie Blackmon looks at a pitch from Willie Peralta, and that hits the outside corner, and that is going to be a strikeout to lead off the game here, and we're underway from New York. It's the Feebas against the Metagross. The second lefty in a row now against Willie Peralta. And that's a 6-3. This one's hit right back to Peralta. He's a 3-range pitcher. A 3.5 is going to go to his E rating, which is an E26. An E26, and we rolled a 6. And Willie Peralta, he's able to pick it, but he makes an errant throw to first. And so Ryan Goings is going to make it to first base on the error by the pitcher. So Goings is aboard, and now the power starts coming into the lineup for Philadelphia. It'll be Ryan Braun, followed by Jose Abreu. Braun needs to get that bat going. He's been struggling. And he bounces this one to first. Moreland's going to have a play, but he decides to just step on the base at first and not throw it to second. So Goings will advance to second base. And Ryan Braun is out at first. 2 outs now, and Jose Abreu, man on second. That's Ryan Goings. And looking to drive him home is Abreu, and he swings right through that pitch. It's a strikeout, and we move to the bottom of the first. Nothing doing for Philadelphia here in the top, and we will meet David Buchanan and the lineup that will face him here in 1 second. David Buchanan comes into the game having 1 start. He's gone 1 start, 5 innings. He took a loss. He gave up 6 hits, a pair of earned runs. He didn't strike out anybody, and he walked a solo batter. And he will face the lineup for New York. Looks a little something like this today. No injuries for either of these teams. Both of them pretty healthy, and looking forward to this matchup with a pretty regular lineup for New York. Anthony Gose is batting leadoff. He's been a good surprise so far this season. He's hitting .304 with 4 doubles, a triple. No home runs yet. Definitely outperforming his card, that's for sure. Dustin Pedroia is the second baseman. Thought about giving him a day off today. They got a pretty good backup in Howie Kendrick, but Pedroia is in the lineup anyway. He's 6 for 34. He's got a double and a home run. Only 2 RBI, though. Jay Bruce is the right fielder. The left-handed power hitter. Jay Bruce is hitting, just 148. He does have a pair of doubles and 3 home runs. That's 5 of his 8 hits on the season. The cleanup batter will be Justin Upton. He's hitting 182. Yeah, these middle of the order guys aren't hitting very well, and you can see why they've been struggling this year. Upton has 2 doubles and 5 homers with 9 driven in. 3 homers is tied for the team lead with Jay Bruce, and 9 RBIs leads the way for New York. Mitch Moreland is the first baseman and hitting 5th. He's 7 for 30 on the season with a homer. Marcus Simeon's back in the lineup today and hitting 6th. He had the day off to get his head straight, and he's hitting 231 with 4 doubles and a homer. And catching will be A.J. Pierzynski for the 2nd game in a row. Wellington Castillo got most of the starts early on, but Pierzynski in his limited duty is 5 for 10, and he will be making another start tonight. And the third baseman is Hernan Perez, and Perez is hitting 321, pretty impressive so far, with 3 doubles and 7 RBI. And Willie Peralta is the pitcher, as we saw. He's a weak hitting right-handed batter. All right, so New York looking to get that middle order going. The bottom of the order guys have been hitting better than the middle of the order guys. So they need those bats to get going in order for them to beat Philadelphia today. And Jerry Ball says Pedroia, one more ASU Sun Devil. I don't think I knew he was this devil. Huh. All right. I thought he was an East Coast guy all the way. Anthony Goes leading off here against the pitcher Buchanan, and this is going to be a single straight up the middle. And Ghost continues his hot hitting, and he is aboard. Ghost is an A stealer, and he's got 4 stolen bases on the season. And while we're here, let's look at the catching arm of Deoner Navarro. He's a -1, so they are holding Ghost. An A stealer is a 1-15, so a -2 for being held, so it's a 1-13. Another -1 for the catcher's arm. And will Ghost go? Not with Pedroia. He's going to stay on first. He does get a big lead, but he's not going anywhere. And Dustin Pedroia singles up the middle. Ghost with that good lead is able to turn the corner at second, and he'll make it to third easily. And Pedroia, back-to-back hits now. And it's runners on the corners already for New York. The table setters are aboard, and Jay Bruce is now at bat. And I dropped a die. There we go. Jay Bruce now, nobody out. Pedroia and Ghost are aboard. The infield is back. They'll give up a run for a double play. And this is a 3-4. This one is a bouncer to second. That's going to be a tough play. And Gorko's got no play but at first. He gets the out, but the runners advance, which means Ghost is going to score from third. He got a good jump. He read it pretty well. He took off as soon as it was hit. And that'll be an RBI for Jay Bruce on the ground out. And New York takes a quick 1-0 lead here. And Pedroia's on second. There's 1 out. And Justin Upton comes up to the plate. And Upton sees a pitch, and he bounces one to third. Pablo Sandoval is able to make it on a hop and fire it across the diamond, but Pedroia won't advance as Kung Fu Panda looked him back to second. And now it'll be up to Moreland to drive in the run with 2 outs from second. Moreland, we'll see a pitch. It's a 4-11. That's a fly ball out to right field. Ryan Braun is patrolling the area. He's on his horse, and this is going to be a tough play. Ryan Braun is a 4-ranged right fielder, so not great. A 4.12 is going to go to his E rating, and so he's an E3. an E3, and we rolled a 3. And Braun takes a dive at it, and he misses it completely. It gets past him out into the outfield. The center fielder, Charlie Blackmon, was covering, but that's going to be a 2-base error. And Pedroia is going to trot home, while Mitch Moreland ends up at second base on a 2-base error by the right fielder, Ryan Braun. So 2 errors in the first inning, 1 for each side. That'll be an unearned run. And Pedroia scores the second run of the game. It's a 2-0 ball game. New York, early on, jumps on Philadelphia. And it will be Marcus Semien with 2 outs. And this one is a bouncer to Sandoval. He charges on it. He picks it on the short hop, and he is going to wing it to first. And that will get Philadelphia out of the inning finally. But after 1, New York scores 2, and we move to the second. It'll be the 5, 6, 7 batters of Sandoval, Gorko, and Navarro. And that will face Willie Peralta. Willie Peralta is feeling good about having a lead now, early on. See if he can make quick work, and he doesn't. Pablo Sandoval rips one out to right field, and even though he's a slow runner, he's going to be standing at second with an easy double. So a leadoff double for Panda. And now the RBI leader on the team for Philadelphia comes to the plate, and that's Jed Gorko. Gorko, I believe, earlier in the season had a 3-homer game. It was either a 2 or a 3-homer game, but I think it was 3 because that would stand out more to me. And he's going to hit this one over to right field. Jay Bruce is going to make the play. Ball's not going to tag. He's going to stay at the base, and there's 1 out. And now Deoner Navarro, his first start of the season. What can he do against the righty Willie Peralta? And Navarro swings and misses. He swung hard, and it looks like he's holding his rib cage. Is he going to be injured? The trainers are coming out to look at him. And we'll roll his die. That's a 6. And he's going to have to come out of the ball game. So much for the first start for Navarro. He's going to have to come out of the ball game, and Real Muto was looking forward to the day off, and now he's going to be called into action early here in the second inning. Navarro is only going to be out for a game, but got his chance and came up lame. So Real Muto will be in the next half inning. Let me mark him down here, though, before I forget. The catcher, JT Real Muto. Okay, so the 2 outs now. Man on second, and Trace Thompson will be responsible to try and keep this thing alive. Thompson's got a pretty decent card. Lots of black ink there. And this is a 6-6. And with the pitcher spot due up next, Peralta with the intentional walk. And he puts Thompson aboard. So it will be David Buchanan hitting for himself here, trying to help himself out, get him back into the game. Men on second, that's Pablo Sandoval. Trace Thompson at first. And this will be a ballpark single chance. A 1. We're going to have to roll a 1 for the pitcher to get a hit. And it's a 6, so that's going to be a line shot over to the shortstop. And that will end the inning and the threat as we move to the bottom of the second. It's a 2-0 ball game. Philadelphia scoreless in their first 2 attempts. And now we move to the bottom half. It'll be the bottom of the order. 7-8-9 for New York to face David Buchanan, Pierzynski, Perez, and Peralta. The 3 Ps up here. And it's a 1-5. And stay hot, A.J. Pierzynski. That's a double out to left field. And Wellington Castillo may not get his job back anytime soon because Pierzynski is hot right now. And he stands on second for Hernan Perez. Perez, speaking of hot, is hitting 320-something at the moment. So this is the right man to be up right now, but he's going to take a pitch, and that was called on the corner. That's a strikeout. The first one of the day for Buchanan, and that's a big one. And now it'll be up to the pitcher, Willie Peralta, with 1 out. Pierzynski at second. This is a 6-11, and he swings and misses. Peralta strikes out, and that's back-to-back Ks for Buchanan. So the leadoff double. Pierzynski is still there at second. Now there's two outs, and Anthony Goes, who singled and scored in the first, will be back up here, the left-hander, and he draws a walk. So that moves the line down, and now it's Dustin Pedroia, the Arizona State Sun Devil, excuse me. And it will be him with 2 on, 2 outs. Needs a hit here, and it's a pop-up up to the shortstop. Ryan Goings moves into position, and he will close the glove on it. And that's the 3rd out here in the bottom of the 2nd. No runs scored. We move to the top of the 3rd. It's a 2-0 ball game. I'm happy that you're here on the RNGIDP channel. I've had a lot of likes recently on my videos, and I'm very appreciative of that. It doesn't go unnoticed, and you guys are the best. Thank you for your support. I've noticed you guys have been showing the thumbs up love, so thank you for doing so. We head to the top of the order for Philadelphia here in the top. Charlie Blackmon struck out his first time up against the righty Willie Peralta. This time, though, he gets a hold of this one. It's going to fly, and it's going to be out into the gap for a double. Charlie Blackmon, you knew you wouldn't keep him off the bases too long. And he pokes a double to lead off the 3rd here. Charlie is a double-A stealer. He's not afraid to try and take 3rd. And while we're here, let's take a look at the catcher's arm. Pierzynski's a +1 arm. So the double-A stealer, it's a 1-11. They are holding him. So it'd be a 1-9. But with the +1 arm, it's a 1-10 that he could steal 3rd. Goings is they're gonna let him just swing away here. Charlie's getting a good lead, but he's not going yet. Willie Peralta pitches to Ryan Goings, and this one's a fly ball out to right field. That's gonna be Bruce that makes the catch, but Charlie heads back to the bag. Is he gonna tag up? Let's take a look at Bruce's arm. He's a -4 arm. Whoa. I didn't think that Bruce had that good of an arm. So Charlie's a 1-16. A -4 is a 1-12. He was being held, so it's a 1-11. Is he going to advance? No, he's not going to take it. Jay Bruce makes a strong throw on the fly over to the 3rd baseman, Hernan Perez. And Charlie gives him a little look of, where did that arm come from? So he didn't run. And now it'll be up to Ryan Braun to bring Charlie home. 1 out. Ryan Braun at the bat. He bounced out to the 1st baseman his last time up. And this one might be good. That column is good for him. It's a 2-11, and he gets a hold of this one. Will it fly? It's a ballpark home run chance. A 1-11, and it's out of here. It's a 15, so just at the wall, out in left field. Justin Upton makes a nice play. And now there's 2 outs. So Charlie getting itchy out there at second. Just as Pablo Sandoval did in the second inning. He led off the inning with a double and was stuck there. Charlie's at second, just trying to get in. Jose Abreu now. And I dropped the die again. There we go. All right, so Jose Abreu, he struck out his first time up. Would Charlie try and steal with 2 outs? Probably not. Even though I want to. Every time he's on base, I want to, just because of that AA steal rating. And the pitch is a fly ball out to center field. Anthony Ghost trots over towards it, towards his left, and the leadoff double goes for naught. Charlie stuck at second as Peralta wiggles off the line, and Philadelphia remains scoreless. Jerry, those are very kind words of you. He says, your videos are pretty cool, very entertaining. Well, I thank you. I thank you, sir. I try and bring something different here with the setup of the league, and I'm glad you're enjoying it. So Jay Bruce will lead off here in the bottom of the third, the right fielder. He's got an RBI already on the day. It was a ground out in the first. And now he leads off here against David Buchanan. And this is going to be a hit. This one's hit out to the center field gap. It's going to get down, and that's going to be a double. This is the game of the leadoff double. So far, though, that really hasn't capitalized for either team. Przinsky led off the last inning, the second for New York with a double, and was stranded on second. That's happened twice for Philadelphia. This is the second time. This is the second time it's happened for New York. Will they get the run in? And it will be Justin Upton taking his first stab at it. This is a bouncer over to second. This is going to be Jared Gorko trying to make the play. He's a 4-range second baseman, so this might be a tough chance. A 4-13, he snags it from the outfield grass, but Bruce had already broken for third. He's going to make it, so the only play for Gorko is going to be to first, and he will make that play against the speedy Upton just in time. Bruce, though, advances to third, so Upton pretty much does what he was supposed to do and advance the runner. Now, Bruce is only 90 feet away. Dropping the dice should be a balk. Yeah, probably. That's twice I've done it so far this game. I've got slippery fingers today, I guess. Mitch Moreland, he reached on an error from Ryan Braun his first time up. And will they pitch to Mitch Moreland? Or will they walk him to set up the double play? You know what? I think they are going to give Mitch Moreland the intentional walk. It's early, but the manager for Philadelphia is feeling desperate at the moment. So they're going to walk Moreland and try and set up the double play. Simeon takes offense. You could tell as he digs in. And so now there's runners on the corners, 1 out. Simeon is at the plate. The infield is regular depth, well, double play depth, you could say. And the pitch, that's going to be a bouncer to the shortstop. Goings flicks it to Gorko, over to Abreu, and it works out just as they had written it up. It's a 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. And Simeon, as he runs down to first, looks disgusted. Just the look on his face to end the third inning here and end the threat. And the early inning gamble pays off as they get the double play ball. And we move to the fourth, and Pablo Sandoval will lead off He doubled in the second, pretty much camped out on the base while the next 4 batters didn't do anything. Pablo Sandoval this time, he gets a pitch to hit. This could be a single. It's hit over to the second base side. Pedroia is going to have to make a nice play to rob him of a hit. And no, Sandoval sneaks one past, and he will be aboard for the second time with a leadoff single here in the 4th. So Sandoval, as you can imagine, is a station-to-station runner. He's an E-stealer. He's not going anywhere. Gorko, he flied out to right field his last time. And here he is facing Willie Peralta again. And this one's going to be a base hit. A 1-3, and it's a double. It's not. It's bounces in front of the center fielder. Sandoval is going to end up at third, though. He got a good read on the ball. And even with his slow speed, that just goes to show that if you get a good read on it, you can advance the extra base. So now runners on the corners. Philadelphia's got something rolling here. Nobody out. Runners on the corners. And JT Realmuto comes up for his first at-bat today. Realmuto, let's take a look at his numbers since he wasn't in the lineup earlier. Philadelphia, he's sitting at 250 right now. He's got 12 hits and 48 at-bats. He's got a double, a triple, and a homer with 2 RBI. He could get another 2 here with a hit out into the gap. And so Realmuto, he's got decent speed for a catcher, so he may stay out of the double play. And this one is hit to the first baseman. The infield was double play depth, trying to get the double play, to give up a run to get a double play. It's hit over to first base. That's Moreland. He has trouble with it. His only play is going to be at first, so the run will score. That is Sandoval. And it's an RBI for the 7th spot, JT Realmuto. Everybody moves up a base. And just like Bruce, he gets an RBI on the grounder. So Philadelphia cuts the lead in half. Sandoval takes a trip around the bases and scores the run. And there's one out here with a man on second. Trace Thompson was walked his last time up. And this time he will see a pitch he likes, and he swings right through it. And that's a strikeout. That's the 3rd one for Peralta today, and the 2nd out. And that's a big one because now the pitcher is up. And Buchanan has a shot to help himself. It's a 6-5, and he lifts one out to right field, but that's going to be an easy play for Jay Bruce. And he makes it, and we end the top of the 4th, excuse me. It's a 2-1 ball game, so a close game here. As we move to the bottom of the 4th, Buchanan hanging in there. He got that big double play to end the last end the last inning. And now he will face A.J. Przinsky, who doubled off him in his first time up. And this is a 4-9. And that's going to be a bouncer over to first. Jose Abreu is up with it. And he will flick it to Buchanan, who's covering the bag. So Przinsky retired for the first time today. And now we move to Hernan Perez, who was a strikeout victim his first time up. And he sees the pitch, and he bounces one to second base. And that's going to be to Gorko. Gorko is going to have to make a tough chance here. I don't know that he's going to make it. He's a 4-range second baseman. A 4-1, and it's going to bounce under his glove and head out into the outfield. That's a chopping, seeing eye single for Perez. And he's aboard with 1 out. And now it'll be Peralta. Peralta with 1 out. He's a C bunter. The infield is in expecting the sacrifice. And he squares around to bunt. He's going to drop it down anyway. It becomes a D bunter, a D9. Batter is safe. Leading runner is thrown out by the catcher. So Peralta gets the bunt down, but it dies right in front of the plate. The JT Realmuto pops out of his crouch. He grabs it quickly and fires it to second, where Perez is caught out. Peralta will be on the bag of a fielder's choice. So 2 down. Peralta can't get the runner over. And now it'll be Anthony Gose with 2 outs here. Gose is 1 for 1. He has walked as well. It's a 5-7. And a 5-7 is going to be a walk. So a second straight walk for Gose in the game. Peralta moves to second. And just when you thought Buchanan was going to have a decently easy inning, he's now got 2 men aboard with 2 outs, and Dustin Pedroia up to bat. It's a 4-2, and oh no, Pedroia puts a charge in this one. How far will it fly? A 1-11, and it's out of here. It's gonna die out in the left field track at the wall, and Trace Thompson tracks it down. And that will end the threat. That could have been out of here. But on a different night, it might have been. And we're through 4. It's still a 2-1 ball game. New York with a slim lead as we move to the top of the 5th. And let me tell you about another top 5. That is the Rank 'Em Up podcast. Are you sick of me pubbing other venture yet? Well, sorry, but it is the Olympics, and at the Rank 'Em Up podcast, we rank stuff, and we make lists, and we go through our top 5s of certain topics. Me, my buddy Lilo, and my buddy Don. And for example, we ranked our favorite Olympic moments. Yeah, we actually found 5 of them, and as the Olympics are on right now, it just kind of reminded me about that. We've also ranked board games, or dead people we'd like to have a beer with. We've had lively debates about places to visit before we die. So all that and more, if you're interested in that, go check us out on all your favorite podcast apps or on Twitter at RankEmUp. All right, here we go. The top of the 5th. It will be Charlie Blackmon leading it off again against Willie Peralta. The 1-2-3 batters here. Blackmon, Goings, and Braun. Blackmon is the only one with a hit out of those 3. And this is going to be a hit as well. It's got a slim chance at a double. And nope, it's going to be a straight single. But with Charlie's good speed, he can turn a single into a double just like that. And Ryan Goings now at the plate. And let me double check. It was Przinsky who's a +1 behind the plate. Okay, so Charlie's going to get a big lead. It's a 1-15. They're holding him, so it becomes a 1-13. With a +1 arm, it's a 1-14. Ryan Goings, he looks at a pitch, and Charlie goes. A 1-14, and it's a stolen base. And it is. Charlie slides feet first into second. And that's a stolen base for Blackmon. So, Ryan Goings now has a man on second, just as he did in the second inning. Jerry Ball says, "Oh, almost, Dustin. Yeah, it was close." And here's Goings. This is going to be a bouncer over to second. Ground ball, second base, B. Charlie's not going to advance, so the throw is made over from the second baseman, Pedroia, to get his man at first. And there's one away. Goings is 0 for 3 today. I was kind of gushing about him before the game started, and he's gone 0 for 3. Al Red Sox fan checking in. Al, I'm sure you missed it. At the beginning of the game, I prefaced with an apology to you because I knew you were streaming at the moment, but I had to get this game going in order for me to do the things I needed to do tonight. So, with apologies, I started knowing that you were on the air, but I hope all is well with you, and I will give you the time and the space in this arena to say, Al, he does good work over on his channel. You should go check him out. He was streaming a college football game tonight. The Flutie Boston College Eagles against the Earl Campbell Texas Longhorns. So go check that out. Ryan Braun now, he's 0 for 3. Or excuse me, 0 for 2. Charlie Blackmon's at second base, and he's thinking about stealing third. Just trying to make something happen. He's a double-A stealer, so it'd be a 1 to... It was a 1 to 10 roll. A 1 to 10, and he would make it. He's going to let Braun hit, and he's not going. This one's a 3-3, and it's a bouncer to the shortstop. And Simeon's going to make the play while he looks over Charlie to first. Or, excuse me, to second. And there's 2 away. So Jose Abreu now, he's 0 for 2. He's left a couple of guys on base. And he's looking to drive home Charlie Blackmon. Charlie's not going to make the out at third, so he's staying put. And this is a bouncer to third. Hernan Perez is the third baseman. He's a third base 3. A third base 3 with a 19, so he's going to make the play. Charlie, again, is stuck at second for the second time now. And that will retire the top half here. And we move to the bottom of the 5th. It's still a 2-1 ball game. A close game here. Philadelphia have had their chances. They just couldn't put the ball in play with runners in scoring position. Philadelphia, the pitching hasn't let them down. It has been pretty solid. This season, though, they've given up 60 runs, which is tied for the worst in the KL. So you never know. They could break at any moment, but Buchanan is keeping them in it and doing his job. Al Red Sox fan just realized or remembered. I knew he knew it before, but Pedroia is on the New York team. Yeah, he is. It probably looks weird, but they're not the New York Yankees. They're not the New York Mets. They're the New York Metagross. So it's okay. Jay Bruce is on the New York Metagross, and he will lead it off here in the bottom of the 5th against David Buchanan. It's a 4-5. This one's a dribbler to second. Gorko's not going to have a problem with this one. He scoops it and tosses it to first. And there's one quickly away. Justin Upton, he's 0 for 2 today. He's bounced out to the second baseman, bounced out to the third baseman. Will he make it the shortstop this time? It's a 5-5. Oh, man, I just jinxed him, didn't I? This one is a dribbler over to short. Goings, he's going to have to make a tough play in order to make it. He's a shortstop, too. A 2-1. It's going to get through him. Yeah, to be fair, it was deep in the hole. Goings was always going to have a tough chance, and he can't make that play, and Upton is aboard. Al Red Sox fan says, they are New York. Well, I guess New York is New York, right? So, Justin Upton is aboard. It's his first hit of the day. He's a B stealer. Real Muto. This is the first time we've had to look to see what he is. He's a -2 arm, so that'd be a 1 to 8. They are holding him, and Upton's not going to go anywhere. So 1 away. Mitch Moreland, the batter. It's a 1-11. A 1-11, and Mitch Moreland takes that one in the shoulder, and he's on the ground in pain. Upton's going to trot down to second, but we'll have to check and see if Moreland can continue, and it doesn't look like it. He's waving to the trainers. He's coming off, so Mitch Moreland is going to come out of the game, and we're going to need a pinch runner / first baseman. So let's take a look at our bench here. Possible first basemen include, well, we have one option, and that's Dan Uggla, unless somebody else can move over to first. Perez can move to first if we have a third baseman, which we have Chris Taylor that could play third base. Do we want to play Uggla or do we want to play Chris Taylor? This is the beauty and the difficult decisions of randomizing these scores, or randomizing these teams, because Uggla and Taylor, look at their cards. I don't know if you can see them. I mean, I'm gonna have to play somebody that's batting under 200 on their card, and it's not like defensively it makes up for it. Taylor would have to play third base, and he's a 4 range. Uggla would have to play first base, and he's a 4 range. I'm inclined to go with Chris Taylor. I think I will. Chris Taylor has better speed for the pinch run that he's going to have to do. So Chris Taylor will come on and play third base. Perez will move over to first. And let me write this down. 1 second. Chris Taylor comes in to play third base, and he is aboard at first base to run for Mitch Moreland. So here we go, 2 aboard, men on first and second. Moreland is down and out, and it's up to Marcus Semien, the shortstop. And will New York be able to capitalize here with 2 on and 1 out? Semien bounced into a big double play after Moreland was intentionally walked the last time. This one's hit to Kung Fu Panda over at third base. And this one could be another double play. It's a 9. He's a third base of a 4 range. That's going to his E rating. He's an E21. An E21, we rolled a 6. And Panda's going to boot it. Everybody's going to be safe. So Sandoval tried to make a diving stop, and it kicks off his glove. And so Upton advances to third. Chris Taylor is over at second, and now Semien will be on first on the error from Pablo Sandoval. So a sloppy game here. Both teams defensively haven't been great. And now one of the hotter batters in the New York lineup, AJ Pierzynski, comes up. He doubled in the second. Bounced out to first base in the 4th, and here he is with the bases loaded, 1 out. They're going for the double play, so the infield is back, and this will be a 5-9. And oh no, AJ Pierzynski, he hits this one deep, way deep, and it is gone. A ballpark home run chance, a 1-11 roll, and we rolled a 5. That's a grand salami for the catcher, AJ Pierzynski. Stay hot, AJ. And New York, they jump out to a 6-1 lead thanks to the grand slam home run from AJ Pierzynski. Well, there have been some big home runs hit by catchers recently, and I won't spoil any of the other games if you haven't watched them, but you know what they were if you remember watching those. And this one is a big one from Pierzynski. That's 4 runs batted in, and this one is broken wide open. And with 1 out here in the 5th, David Buchanan has given up well, I was thinking that he had reached his pitcher inning of weakness, but the damage has been done via a hit batsman and an error. So the Semien run is an unearned run. And so he hasn't reached his inning of weakness. And so Perez comes up with the bases empty. Buchanan just trying to get out of the this inning, and he strikes out Perez for the second time today. That's the third strikeout of the day for Buchanan. Would have liked to have that pitch. Would have liked to have that pitch back, or against Przinsky. But now Peralta will bat for himself here. Nobody on, 2 outs. And Peralta, oh boy, Peralta hits one. This is going to be, oh, it would have been a home run if he was a normal power hitter. He's not, so that's going to be a single. But Buchanan not fooling anybody right now. Out Red Sox fan cracking me up here. Shocking. Fatty made an error at third. Stomach must have gotten in the way. Oh man, Al, I think he was. I think he's hurt by his time out in Boston for Sandoval. That didn't end well for him, did it? Oh man. So Anthony goes now with 2 outs. Man on first. That's the pitcher, Peralta. Buchanan limping along here, and that with that hit, he has reached his inning of weakness. They're just going to let him try and gut this one out to get out of the inning. And it's not going to happen here. That's going to be a single for Ghost. He's now 2 for 2 on the day. Peralta goes station to station. He's at second. And with Pedroia coming up, they really want to just get Buchanan out of this inning, but it's just not looking good. Philadelphia, though, doesn't have great options out in the bullpen, so they're going to give him one more batter. If he doesn't get Pedroia, they're going to get the lefty to get Bruce. And this is a 1-5, so Pedroia hits one to third, and that's Sandoval. And this time he makes the play and fires it to first to get his former teammate out at first to end the inning. And we move to the top of the 6th. The big grand slam home run from Przinsky puts New York up 6. And Willie Peralta comes back out to pitch the 6th, and it will be Sandoval who committed that big error in the last inning. Though he does have 2 hits and a run scored, so he's doing it from the plate, but that was a big costly error there. Pablo Sandoval, will he get another hit? This is a 4-9. A 4-9 is going to be a... it's going to be a dribbler over to second. Pedroia, he is going to throw him out just as Kung Fu Panda just threw him out. So turnabout is fair play for those two. And now it'll be Jed Gorko. He singled and flew out to right so far today. And this one is hit well out to center. Will it carry? It's going to die out in left field. Oh no, that's going to be it was a 1-16 chance that it was a homer, and we rolled an 18, and that's just kind of a microcosm of how Philadelphia's season has gone. The left fielder, Justin Upton, makes the play, and there's 2 outs. Real Muto 2. How about now? Oh, sorry about that. I don't know why that keeps happening. It's like right in, I don't touch anything. It's like right in the middle of me talking. Interesting. OBS, there's demons. Yes, I don't know why. So I was talking to myself, and we did a double switch. So Buchanan will come out, and Pablo Sandoval will come out as well. Phil Goslin takes his spot. He will be the third baseman, and the pitcher spot moves to 5th in the order. So Al Wilson comes in to pitch to Jay Bruce, Justin Upton, and and Chris Taylor. So in the KL, it takes a little longer because we got these double switches to deal with, and so sorry about the action here, but let me get everything straight. Buchanan went 5 innings. He gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits, 6 runs. 4 of them were earned. He struck out 3, and he walked 1, 2, 3 batters. Okay, I think we're finally ready to go here. And Ken Castro is checking in. Ken, welcome to the stream. Happy that you're here. And we are here in the 6th inning. New York just took a 6-1 lead on a grand slam from, of all people, AJ Pierzynski. So Jay Bruce will lead off here for New York against the new pitcher, Alex Wilson. And this is a 1-10, and this one is hit well, but on the ground over the shortstop. Ryan Goings will make the play, and there's 1 away. Justin Upton now, he's 1 for 3 on the day. He's singled and scored his last time up. And this one is a 1-8. He's got a 50-50 shot at a single, and he gets it just past the glove of the new third baseman, Goslin. And that will be a single out into left field. Upton is now 2 for 4 on the day. He's got decent wheels, but he's hanging close to the bag. And Chris Taylor with his first trip to the dish. It's a 3-4, and this is a ballpark single chance. We know that those are tough here at that park. And this one's going to be caught out at short. It's 2 out now. Marcus Semien now. He's reached on an error, hit into a double play, and grounded out to third. So 0 for 3 for him. And here he is against Al Wilson. And this is a fly ball out to center field. This is going to be an X chance for the center fielder, Charlie Blackmon. And Blackmon is on his horse. He is a 3-range center fielder. A 3-6 is going to miss it. It's going to bounce, and it's going to get past him, but he chases well, and that will only be a single. Upton, though, is going to move to third. With 2 outs, he was moving on the pitch. And now, New York is in business again. It's 2 on, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Wilson in trouble. Can he get out of it? And guess who's up again? AJ Pierzynski. This one's a 6-6, and Pierzynski swings and misses. Was getting a little greedy. Feeling a little big for his britches after that home run. And why wouldn't you, really? When you hit a grand slam in a big spot like that, you want to eat again. And we are through the 6th. New York doesn't score, and it is a 6-1 ball game as we move to the top of the 7th. New York in command as Philadelphia sends the bottom of the order up here. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 batters of Thompson, Goslin now in the pitcher spot, and Charlie Blackmon. This is a 2-7, and Trace Thompson strikes out. And as Charlie Blackmon is due up third in this inning, it reminds me that I'm a Rockies fan here in Colorado, and they've been talking about hitting him third in the lineup. They're going to do it in spring training just to see if it works. I think they're going to have DJ LeMahieu lead off, and then I don't know who's second, and then no, actually, I think they were having him hit second. I don't know. I can't remember. They were experimenting with him in different spots in the order. I know he'd hit behind DJ and in front of Arenado. So I can't remember who would be hitting in front of him, but he makes it. He's a great leadoff hitter, and we'll see him here in a spot. This is Phil Goslin, his first time up to bat. This is 5-8. And he hits one to second. Pedroia will have an X chance here. Pedroia is a 2-ranged second baseman. A 2-4, and he's going to make a nice play. He makes a difficult play look easy. Wheels and fires it to first. And there's 2 away. Charlie Blackmon now. Nobody on. He's 2 for 3 on the day. He's reached twice, a single and a double, and he's stolen a base. And, oh, Charlie puts a charge into this one. This one is a ballpark home run chance, a 1-11, and it's gone. And it's a 14, so it dies out in right field. He almost had that one, but the right fielder, Jay Bruce, tracks it down. And that will end it here in the 7th, top of the 7th. Philadelphia goes scoreless again. I feel like that's the second or third ballpark home run chance for Philadelphia that has come up short. A 1-11, it's a 55% chance, and they just haven't gotten the rolls today. And so now they will go to the bullpen once again, and it will be Mike Fiers comes out. Alex Wilson's day is over. He pitched an inning. He gave up 2 hits, no runs. It wasn't all that effective, really. He struck out at 1 and walked nobody. So the righty Mike Fiers comes out. And he will face Perez, Peralta, maybe. And back to the top of the order in Anthony Gose. Our Red Sox fans hitting the hay, so we'll say goodnight to him. And thank you for stopping in here. Appreciate you, Al Red Sox fan, as usual. And go check his channel out. Hernan Perez now, he's 1 for 3. He singled back in the 3rd inning. This is a 3-7, and he hits one to the shortstop. Goings charges it and tosses it to first, and there's 1 away. So we are in the bottom of the 7th. We move to the pitcher spot, and they're going to get a pinch hitter out here. And it will be Stephen Piscotty is going to pinch hit. Peralta, not a bad plate behind the dish. He not a bad day behind the dish. He had a hit in 3 chances. But now we'll see the pinch hitter, Stephen Piscotty. And there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. It's a 3-12. That's going to be a single out to left field. The pinch hitter doing the hitting in the pinch hitting. And Piscotty's aboard for Anthony Gose. Gose is 2 for 2. He's drawn 2 walks as well. And this one looks pretty good again. That's a single out to left field. Piscotty is just going to take a station to station here. Not trying to test the arm of Trace Thompson out there. And now there's 2 aboard for Dustin Pedroia. 1 out here. Pedroia gets the pitch, And he swings and misses, and that's a strikeout. That's a big strikeout there. With 2 outs now, it's Jay Bruce. Jay Bruce, the lefty. And this is a 1-7. Lifts one out to left field, but that's going to be playable. Trace Thompson tracks it down, and we are through 7. So a little dicey for Fires, but he's out of the frying pan and into the... All right, I'll stop. I'm sorry. Didn't even make sense. I just really wanted to say it. And so we move to the 8th, and New York with a commanding lead, and now they're going to have to go to the bullpen. And it will be lefty, righty, righty, so they're going to go get a righty. They don't have many of them in the bullpen, so they're going to go get Williams Perez. I would be remiss if I didn't say that, and I see the chat talking about it, the Strat-O-Matic opening day is quickly approaching, and those on the East Coast that are making it, I'm very jealous. I will not be there, as a flight from Colorado would be not very cost effective. So Peralta is done. He goes 7 innings. He gives up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 hits in 7 innings. Gave up a run, and that's it. He struck out 4. Was pretty effective. Not a lot of pitches. And he only walked one batter. So a tidy outing for Peralta. And now it's Williams Perez's turn. He will face Goings, Braun, and Abreu. And here he is with Goings at the plate. It's a ball hit over to the second baseman, Pedroia, and he's going to make the play. 1 out. Ryan Braun now. Braun has struggled at the dish today, and his average is dropping even further. It was under 200 to start the day, and he's 0 for 3. And here he is with a ball hit to the shortstop, Simeon. Simeon has plenty of time and wings it over to first, and Perez has 2 quickly down. And Jose Abreu now. He's 0 for 3. And he will swing and miss and strike out. A 1-2-3 inning for the pitcher, Williams Perez. And we move to the bottom of the 8th. It's a 6-1 ball game still. No scoring the last few innings. I think Philadelphia is just going through the motions at this point. Not a whole lot of life in that offense. They've gone 2 straight, 3 straight, 4 straight. Actually, that's how many batters in a row have they retired? That's 12 batters in a row that have been retired by New York. So Justin Upton will lead it off here against Mike Fires, who continues here. His spot is next up in the order, so if anything happens, a double switch might be in order. But he gets the strikeout of Justin Upton. His second strikeout of the evening. And it's up to Chris Taylor. Chris Taylor lined out in his 1 appearance so far at the plate. And this is a 3-9. He's got a shot at double. This is hit out to left field. And the left fielder, Thompson, just makes a play. A 1-4 chance at a double. It's a 5. And that's a fine sliding grab by Thompson out there in left. And there's 2 away. Marcus Semien now is the batter. He's 1 for 4 on the day. He singled his last time up. And it's a 3-5. And this is a chance at a single, a 1-7, and it is. And that's a solid single right up the middle. So now he's 2 for 5. He started off the day tough, Simeon did. Bounced into a double play, reached on an error, and grounded up to third. But now he's 2 for 2 in his last 2 at-bats. And it's that man again, A.J. Pierzynski. Brzezinski is 2 for 4. He's got a homer and a double. The left-handed catcher will lift one up to center, and Blackman will make an easy play to track it down. And this one is through 8. Run scored for New York, and it's a 6-1 ball game as we move to the top of the 9th, and Philadelphia's last chance to try and get in. Perez will continue here. He pitched a sterling 8th inning, a 1-2-3/8, and we will see a pinch hitter. It'll be, you know what? It'll be Pedro Alvarez. No, they're going to save Alvarez. It'll be the other left-hander, Dustin Ackley. Ackley is going to pinch hit for the pitcher's spot here. And it'll be the 5, 6, 7 batters. Ackley pinch hitting, Gorko, and then Real Muto. And it's a 1-7, and that's lifted to center. The center fielder Ghost, who's had a good day at the dish, will make the play out in the field. He's 3 for 3 with 3 singles, and he makes the play with the glove there. And now it's to Jed Gorko. 2 outs left for Philadelphia. And this is a dribbler to second. Pedroia's been pretty good out there. He's a 2-range second baseman. A 217 is going to be a nice play. He ranges to his right, and he makes the short throw to first. And there's 2 away. And the last chance will be for JT Realmuto. Williams Perez pitching to Realmuto. And he hits one hard, but right at the third baseman. That is Chris Taylor. And that will end the ball game. Philadelphia, they drop another one. That'll be their 3rd loss in a row. And the offense fizzles for them again. They lose this one 6-1 to New York. So New York really didn't do a whole lot. They just had the one big homer from A.J. Brzezinski, and that's really all it took. Philadelphia's offense never really showed up today. I mean, I guess they had their chances, but couldn't capitalize on them. And then after the home run by Brzezinski, there was, what is that, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 batters in a row shut down. And that was all she wrote. So this one was never really in doubt. New York jumped out to an early lead from the first inning, and they continue on in an easy victory. New York moves to 6-8. Philadelphia drops to 4-10. And New York trying to stay in the middle of the pack. There's still a fighting shot for them to reach the top. Oh, I don't know. They could reach. I guess they could even win the division, the league, if they wanted to. But they still have a shot to do so. Let me count up the totals here. If you're going to check out, I really appreciate you guys being here. Jerry Ball, Ken Castro, Al Red Sox fan. You guys make this fun to do this. Guys, the live chat has been lively the last week or so, and it's because of you guys. You guys are great. If you check out, make sure you leave a like on the way out. And don't think I forgot about all you people that are watching after the fact, after it's live. You guys are amazing as well, because you don't get the interaction back and forth. And you guys are amazing for what you do in watching these. It still amazes me that anybody, and actually, not only does it amaze me, when I tell my wife, I'm like, hey, guess what? There were people watching me tonight, chatting with me while I'm playing my baseball game. She doesn't believe it. And it's all because you guys are the coolest. So thank you for being here. I'm going to add up these stats, and make sure you give me a follow on Twitter at RNGIDP_strat. I post all the scorecards. You can go take a quick look if you forgot what happened, or if you wanted to see if I messed something up. Feel free and let me know in the comments as well. So, all right, Mike Fiers. He went 2 innings. He gave up 3 hits, no runs. So all the damage was done against Buchanan. No earned runs. He struck out 2 batters. And he walked nobody. So the loss goes to Buchanan. Perez went 2 innings. He didn't give up a hit. So a good outing for Perez. Did he strike out anybody out? He did 1, and he didn't walk anybody. So Willie Peralta, if I remember correctly, it moves to 2-1 on the season. This is by far his best outing of the season. And David Buchanan drops to 0-2. The hits for Philadelphia: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hits and 2 costly errors. And Eric had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep, that checks out. 14 hits. And they had an error as well. So that wraps it up here for me. My name is Craig, and this is the RNGIDP channel. And you guys are checking out. Ken's checking out. Jerry's checking out. And I'm going to check out as well. But once again, thank you for watching. Have a good night. And the next game will be over in the AL. It'll be continuing game day 15, but we move to the AL. And that will be Boston against Baltimore. So that should be a good one. And I can't wait to bring it to you. Until next time, have a good night.